Hi and welcome. I'm Shannon Kerr, and I am filming this today to teach you the honest mom tapping practice. If you're getting this as part of my PDF, awesome. You can print it out and follow along. If you don't have the PDF yet, you can click the link in the description and you'll receive a list of questions as well as the tapping points and the whole process. My goal with this work is to help moms get more comfortable with their feelings so that they don't end up, exploding them all over their kids, so that they can be the calm and connected mom that they want to be. So let's dive in. In this PDF, it starts out with some simple questions because I want you to really practice becoming aware of your feelings. Most of us kind of live at the surface level and we're not noticing things until it's too late. And with our kids, that can start to feel like, oh, mom's just always snapping at me or picking on me or like overreacting. And we want our kids to feel safe and secure and to know what to expect from us. So, this exercise is a way to help you notice what you're feeling and express it in a safe way so that it doesn't end up spilling all over your kids. So, I want you to think about a scenario. I'm going to walk us through this with something that happens with my kids. My daughter loves to wake up too early, and for a while it became a real source of frustration for me that she was up before me. She was just getting up like crack of dawn or before, and it was causing some discord between us like first thing in the morning, which was not ideal. And so I worked through this myself. So noticing again, what is that thing that ugh, gets gets you triggered, gets you bothered about your child's behavior? And you can take a minute and pause the video if you want and write out your feelings. In the exercise, it asks you to think about, what is my child doing exactly? Like, what is it that bothers me? How do I feel in the moment when it's happening? So for me, when she's waking up, I feel frustrated and I feel um kind of like I'm already starting off on the wrong foot. And my body responds with tension and um heat almost. So you can also really write out like all those messy criticisms that you wouldn't want to say to your kid, but this is the space that you can say it. And writing it out as well as tapping it is a great way to process those feelings. When we write things, it gives our brain a chance to kind of work through it at the same time. That's why I love journaling combined with tapping to help you really notice what's going on in your head. So we're going to use the tapping script and work through this. So tapping, it's a great way to connect your mind and your body back together. And you can just start by taking a few deep belly breaths, bringing yourself into the present moment. One more, allowing your shoulders and your body to soften. And then we'll start by tapping on the side of the hand and repeating the same phrase 3 times. And for me, I'm using this example with my daughter. Even though I feel frustrated when my child does this, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated when Eleanor gets up too early, that's okay. I still love and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated when my child does this, I still love and accept myself. Okay, and then we're moving on to the body points. This waking up too early eyebrow point, it makes me feel so frustrated. Side of the eye, why does this keep happening? Under the eyes, I am so frustrated with my kid. Under the nose, I feel like I have no control. Under the mouth, I wish she would stop doing this. Collarbone point, she is wrecking my mood. Under the arms, all of this frustration and wrists together. I wonder if I'm ready to let it go. Breathe that in and notice any thoughts or reactions that your body has through that. So that's round one of tapping. And sometimes that can be enough if you just want to like let it go. But we're going to continue on and get curious about this. So going back to your page one, and you're going to think about, this is great journaling exercises. What is the worst case scenario if this behavior continues? For me, like, oh my goodness, if she keeps getting up early, then I'm going to have to get up early. I'm going to be exhausted. We're both going to like get sick. And, you can just let yourself go down that rabbit hole and then realize, how possible is that going to happen? How likely is this going to be? I mean, she will grow out of this. We can also make changes. And what would I wish would happen instead? I mean, I'd love it if she would sleep in a little bit. However, I've seen moms who have a challenge in the opposite way of like having trouble getting their kids up. So maybe this isn't the worst thing that could be happening. And then finally, how would it feel to let go of these worries and frustrations instead of making this such a big deal? Um, I like to ask I work in a school as well, and I like to ask my kid, like, is this a big problem or a little problem? Are we calling the ambulance or do we just need to take a breath? How big is this problem? And yeah, just having that perspective again and getting curious, like maybe I don't need to keep reacting in this way. I can't make her keep sleeping. That's out of my control, but I do get to control how I react when she wakes up, if she wakes up early. So whatever the behavior is with your child, you can't control your child's behavior, but you do get to control how you feel about it. So we're going to do a second round of tapping, and this is on the third page in your PDF. And you can play around with these. This is why I created these scripts for you, so that you have something to build from, and then you can tweak it as you go, right? But having the guideline, I know, helps bring some structure for you. So starting again on the side of the hand. Even though I was feeling frustrated, I am letting that go to make space for more peace. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I was feeling frustrated, I am choosing to let that go to make space for more peace. Even though I was frustrated, I am ready to let that go, and I welcome more peace. Okay, top of the head. How would it feel to let go of my frustration? Eyebrow point. I wonder if there's a lesson here. Side of the eye. Maybe I'm ready to start something new. Under the eyes. What if something better is possible? Under the nose. I am open to feeling something else. Under the mouth. My child is not responsible for my feelings. Collarbone point. I am taking responsibility for myself. Under the arms. I am safe to focus on how I can help both of us. Wrists together. I am calm and curious. Okay. And noticing as you start thinking, like, how can I make this situation work for both of us? And again, I gave you some thoughts. I gave you some questions to ask yourself. So asking, what could you put into practice as a habit to create new patterns? And really thinking, like, what was your child seeking with this behavior? Because, geez, with all the work that I do with kids, the thing that I say over and over and over again is that behavior is communication. And your kid is asking for something, maybe not how you want them to ask for it, but they are asking for something. Kids are not doing things just in order to drive us crazy, believe it or not. So asking, like, is my child needing more connection? Are they worried about something? Do they need more sleep? Do they need support in some way from me? And looking into, how can I provide that for my child? So for my daughter, she is an early riser. And surprise, surprise, so am I. And so is her dad. So she comes by this honestly. And rather than getting frustrated, like, how can I support her mornings so that she has her own things to do and that she's not, um, feeling like she's a burden on me when she does wake up early. Or maybe this is an opportunity for us to have some special time in the morning. There's lots of ways that I can play around with that. So looking at, if my goal, rather than like things are only good if my child does what I want them to do, how can I give my child what they need and create some goals that way? And then how do I feel as I help support my child instead of trying to control her behavior? So you can write out that goal of, like, I want to be calm in the morning. When my child comes out of her room, I want to greet her in a happy way instead of like, why are you up so early? Um, having that first connection be a happy one, a peaceful one. That's my goal. And as I wrote on the PDF, I'm choosing calm every chance I can. That's a beautiful affirmation to keep reminding yourself. So we'll do one more tapping with the affirmations that I popped in for you, and you can keep playing with new ones. I'm going to keep sending you some other ones as well. Affirmations are a great way to really anchor and remind yourself how you want to feel in each moment, letting go of what's no longer serving you and choosing again. If I'm choosing to be a calm mom, how can I make that happen for myself? So tapping in some affirmations, we're going to start right away with the top of the head. So I am focused on who I want to be and how I want to feel. Eyebrow, I am a calm, connected mom. Side of the eye, I am doing the best I can in every situation. Under the eyes, I let go of shoulds to make space for love. Under the nose, I am observant and judgment free. Under the mouth, I allow loving energy to flow into my heart. Collarbone point, I'm not taking it personally. Under the arms, I am safe to build healthy boundaries. And wrists together, every day I am becoming the mom I was meant to be. So this is the script. This is like the building blocks for you to start creating a conversation with yourself, noticing where you're not feeling like the mom you want to be and how can you help yourself rather than getting stuck in these negative thought loops of like, I could be a better mom if my kid was a better kid. Well, no, it works the opposite way. And I mean, yeah, we are all doing the best we can with the resources we have. So as you develop a better understanding of your own reactions and your own like false expectations of yourself, the more that you can build some empathy for you and your child and grow from that. So I would love to hear back from you how this felt. Again, if you haven't gotten the PDF for this, the link is in the comments or the description. And I'm going to be back with more tapping scripts and more ways to use tapping to build the foundation for yourself as a calm, connected mom. All right. Thanks again. I'm Shannon Kerr, and I am a calm mom.